So we got both newsrooms together out at WITF and started kicking around ideas. And there was a lot of shared knowledge, that institutional history that you just doubled because you had two great journalistic institutions in Central PA combining their resources. TMI is one of those subjects where you were there then, you can remember what you were doing and when, and we were flooded with responses from the public. And the distribution band was just widened between WITF's audience and ours. But besides that, I just loved the creativity of getting the two news teams together. It was really fun. I think we both respect each other's work very much in a very different medium, and sparks flew and it was terrific. Well, it's no secret that newsrooms all over the country have been decimated by disruption. Partnerships are what help us expand. We keep more boots on the ground, out there reporting, covering local news. It's a way to strengthen what we all do, and that's only good for the community.
I'm Chuck Kern. I had tape recorded a diary of my experiences in my reactions to the accident at TMI, from the point in beginning when everybody pretty much felt it was nothing, until it became very clear that it was a major problem. One day I was out for lunch and every significant intersection was manned by fire departments, local police, state police, U.S. Army troops in preparation for an evacuation if one was ordered. And I thought, man, I might never come back here. I went through my apartment, I put 2 weeks of clothing in a suitcase, I kept the tape recorder with me.
It turned out that there was some kind of a bubble developed in the reactor, and that if this bubble would continue to grow, it would expose the nuclear rods, it would cause a vapor lock in the cooling system, and would there result in what is called a meltdown to make the area for miles and miles and miles totally uninhabitable for years.
I say, look, someday, this may mean a lot to some people, and someday it might mean nothing.
It is clear to me now that although this is the most serious accident in our history, it may not end up being a catastrophe. However, it is equally clear to me through all the press conferences and all the news releases that the authorities, the people who supposedly know, the engineers, the federal agencies don't really know how to control these nuclear reactors.
WITF did a superb job taking the material that I had, presenting it, and using it to let other people know and remember perhaps these more significant human lessons. Most people just think about, let's get the hell out of here before we have a problem. But they didn't talk about the separation and the beginning of life over again and the impact that could have.